It's a state of transition corresponding to the development of the division of labour. It is the fact that the division of labour is developing and disorganising the relations among people that we get conflict and confusion and disorganisation and struggle. Yeah. In fact, that struggle up here is corresponds to that of the division of labour. And so he says, we just got to do what? Wait for the transition to be over, and then, Bob to Uncle hunky-dory, the division of labour leads to solidarity. Right? You got it? Yes? That's right. You understand? The transition is going to be over, and then the division of labour will lead to solidarity. You understand the argument? Good. Alright.
How do you think this is from the mechanical version?
Well, we've got one version of it up there. So this one is what we've got to do. That's right, that's the simply for Christmas. That's right, no, this is the question. This is the key question to the we're going to see that is the essence of the comment. So, you have to wait. Yes, great.
So the division of labor, was supposed to wait for the division of labor to change? I mean, of course, it's supposed to be thinking that it's happening naturally.
Naturally? How can he be afraid? Naturally? I think that's the idea. If you read books, we chapter 1, that's the idea that somehow the economic crisis, commercial crisis, the struggle between capital and labor, these are moments of transition to develop the division of labor, but they will lead eventually to a more stabilized order in which the division of labor will lead to solidarity. So he thinks that, well, what would Marx say, just a point of comparison? What would Marx say about commercial crises and struggle between capital and labour, Matthew? They are inherent to the division of labour, and only when we get beyond the division of labour, beyond capitalism, will they go away. Durkheim is saying something different. Durkheim is saying that in fact we just have to win a moment of transition, get out of transition, and then the division of labour will lead to solidarity. And it's a sort of evolutionary process. Yes. Except that there is a second form of abnormal division of labour, the fourth division of labour. So not only have we got to get over the transitions, we've also got to remove the second abnormal form. And here is the kernel of the radicalism of the dramatic utopian thinking, and that's a positive idea, utopian thinking. What is the fourth division of labour? That is what we have to deal with now. The fourth division of labour. So, and why does the fourth division of labour lead to conflict? Now, anybody idea what the fourth division of labour is? Yes,
Equal functions aren't correctly distributed according to natural abilities.
Three! Yay! Very good! Fantastic! Do that again.
When social functions are not correctly distributed according to natural abilities.
When social functions are not distributed according to natural ability. Very good. Okay, we will come back to that. We will get to that. That's a very, very good notion of the fourth division of labour. Well, why is that force? What's behind that? What's the idea behind that? What's the idea behind that? Somebody help Jessica. What's the idea behind that?
People are trapped into doing things they don't want to do.
People are trapped into doing things that they don't want to do. What is it?
That they're not suited.
Two and a half P's. People are trapped into doing things for which they are not suited. Very good. Very good. Very good. That means what? The people have what? People have
natural proclivities to these.
Kristen, hands up. Yes.
Natural proclivities to these activities.
People have natural predispositions, proclivities, natural talents. Ha-ha! Yes. People have natural abilities and natural talents. And if you have a natural talent for being a janitor, then you definitely get a janitorial job. Because if you become a professor, you will be out of sync with your natural abilities. Yes, I should fall off yours. Right. Wait. Yes, very good, very good. Very good. No, that's what he said. Very good. You've obviously been reading this. This is fantastic. Page 310, 311. Book out. Yes. Okay, look at the opening paragraph. He says, why does their class struggle? Because people find themselves in positions for which they are not talented, not suited. If you look at the bottom of the page, this is a total giveaway. Bottom of page 310, last line. We are certainly not predestined from birth to any particular form of employment. We are not predestined. But we nevertheless possess tastes and aptitudes that limit our choice. We're not predestined, but we are clearly potentially different. We have different tastes and attitudes. A very clear statement of the idea of natural abilities. If no account is taken of them, if they are constantly frustrated in our daily occupations, we suffer and seek the means of bringing that suffering to an end. Yes, indeed. And then the next paragraph. This condition is not realized. Indeed, next line, second line of the second from the new paragraph. Indeed, if the institution of class or caste sometimes gives rise to miserable squabbling instead of producing solidarity, it is because, and I hear Durkheim is quoting Jessica, who wrote it first, it is because the distribution of social functions on which it rests does not correspond, or rather no longer corresponds, to the distribution of natural abilities. Very good, if you drop down to the bottom of the page, 2, 4, 6, 8 lines from the bottom of the page. Through these transformations, the congruence in our whole sector of society was broken between the attitudes of individuals and the kind of activity allocated to them. Constraint alone, more or less violent, more or less direct, henceforth binds them to these functions. In consequence, only an imperfect, troubled form of solidarity can exist. If people do not have the opportunity to find their natural place in the division of labour. Such an outcome, this troubled solidarity, is therefore not a necessary sequel of the division of labour. It only occurs in very special circumstances, that is in the abnormal form, when it is the result of some external constraint that prevents people from entering into the places for which they are equipped. Matters are very different when it is established through some purely internal, spontaneous action, without anything arising to hinder individual initiatives. That is to say, insofar as people are able to compete and struggle to get to places in the division of labour for which they are suited, and that struggle and competition is not impeded by external constraints, then we'll be okay. So the question is this. What are those external constraints? What are those external constraints that prevent individuals entering into places for which they are suited? So, here we have natural abilities. This is Jessica. Natural abilities. And here we have social functions, the division of labour. And here we have some very talented persons, like Jason. Number 1. And here's Jason number... And initially, how is Jason number 1 going to arrive up here and Jason number 2 down here? And how does it happen? Jason 1 might, and that will be a disaster. Yeah. What are the external constraints? What does Durkheim talk about? What are the external constraints? Aaron. Hereditary transmission of wealth. The hereditary transmission of wealth. Page 313. Very good. Hereditary. I'm sure hereditary. Hereditary transmission of wealth. What does that mean, Aaron? Why is the hereditary transmission of wealth an impediment to people getting into the right place?
Because people have more money to aspects of social functions in the way that access to resources to unpolarized economy.
Absolutely. See, we know that Jason number 2 is in fact the inheritor of an enormous capital. And he is father of an enormous business. Newspaper business. You know about it. So he has an incredible advantage, and though he is equipped only to be a janitor, he actually ends up as a professor. And takes told his organisation in himself and in others. You're sympathising with Jason number 2. I see you're watching my show. He can take it. And equally, Jason number 1, you know, he's not a trustees for nothing. He's very poor. And he's going to end up down here. Where are you, Jason number 2? What number 1? Jason number 1, where are you? There you are. You're very shy this semester. But he's still hanging out leaflets on the outside, and I know that. Why are you not talking to me, Jason? Okay, get it. This is the hereditary transmission of wealth. The hereditary transmission of wealth. That's what we have to remove. Now, what does that mean? Yes. Natural ability and social functions. Now if you were all mathematicians, you would know what I was talking about. Very function. So the point is this, so what do we do? What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean we have to do? Alex. But just listen to that. This is what he's talking about, Pastor, very much, Durkheim. What does it mean? You have to remove what? Yeah. Deal. Yeah. Hold on. That's very good. So let's this one. What does this mean? You even the playing field, you have to eliminate what? You have to eliminate the inheritance of all. What? Radical stuff. Can you imagine that? Yeah. Not even Obama can imagine that. Eliminate inheritance of wealth. What will Mark say? Woo! Let's go. What will Mark say? Yeah. Yeah, but how? What would he say? How would he do it? What would be necessary? Overthrow capitalism, revolution. Who's going to revolution in Durkheim? Yes, Jacob.
But also the elimination of hereditary poverty too at the same time.
Yes. So on page 314, if we go down, on the top of 314, there in progress, the hereditary transition of wealth, the very top line of wealth suffices to render very unequal external conditions for struggle tend to give rise to some the benefit of advantages that do not necessarily correspond to their personal value, gives advantages just to the rich and real elimination of really of the inheritance of wealth. And then we drop down to the next paragraph, for 6 lines into it, then he reads to you, employment in the public sector is increasingly, this is what he's proposing, is increasingly thrown open freely to everybody with no stipulation as to wealth. Anybody can compete for jobs. Lastly, even this ultimate inequality, that is to say, which springs from the fact that rich and poor exist by birth. The fact of the matter is, even if you eliminate the inheritance of wealth, there still will be people who are born to rich people. Because people accumulate wealth. And some people will still earn more than others. That's clearly going to be the case. So some people will be born to more privileged circumstances than others. Some people will come from families that have a little bit more economic wealth. But they will also have cultural wealth, social wealth. So he's recognizing that. So you've got to eliminate that privilege. Right? Employment in the public sector is increasingly thrown open freely to everybody with no stipulation as to wealth. Lastly, even this ultimate inequality, which springs from the fact that rich and poor exist by birth, rich in social, cultural and economic capital without it appearing completely is at least somewhat mitigated. Society strives to reduce it as much as possible, the inequality of birth, by helping in various ways those placed in too disadvantageous a situation and by assisting them to move out of it. What do you call that? Affirmative action. Affirmative action is the explicit attempt to take into account and reverse the inequalities of birth. That is the American way. Try and compensate for inequalities that we are born with. Through what? Well, through education, but also through affirmative action and employment policy. This is what he's getting at. This guy back in 1894 is talking about employment, affirmative action and public employment. Amazing guy. Very lovely guy. And then it demonstrates in this way that it feels society feels itself obliged to make room for all of it deserving, and that it recognizes as unjust and inferiority that is personally not merited. Personally not merited. It's going to come from somebody's speech. Whose speech? Obama's speech, address. That's what it says. There's a passage there about people being able to achieve and equality to pursue happiness and success. I can't reproduce this wonderful language. So that's the idea here. So basically, Durkheim is suggesting that we have to counteract all those inequalities of birth due to the inheritance, not just economic capital, but social and cultural capital. And some people come from parents in a way that gives them a better chance of moving up in the world. That's what it is counteracted somehow by society. Then in a radical project, it's called the equality of what? Equality of opportunity. That's what's going to be important. Yes, equality of opportunity. Yeah. He actually, on page 221, he even talks about equalizing physical capacity. Some societies, it's important to equalize physical capacity to counteract the fact that some species, perhaps women are weaker than men. I don't know what your mind is like. But anyway, you can look at that page 321. Yes. So these external conditions, namely the inequality at birth, the inequality due to the transmission of wealth, the inequality due to the fact that some people are born into a richer family background than others, this has to be counteracted, and there has to be every effort made so that Jason number 1 ends up here and Jason number 2 down here. Okay. Yeah. Any questions? Yes, Hannah. Sorry?
What was the third one?
I saw on page 321 the inequality of physical capacity. I don't know, I think I got time. There's a bit of an ambiguous paragraph on that page. It seems to talk about that moment. Yes. Alright, that's point number 1. There are 2 points of the fourth condition of labour. There is one, the link. This is what we talked about now, the link between what? The individual and society. Individual and society. Has to promote equality of opportunity. Actually, what